And we're back. And I believe I did leave off last video with me talking about how I think this game is a lot more dumbed down than other, than at least the first one. Even the third one is less dumbed down than this one. I mean, and I'm not trying to claim that the third one is anywhere near as complicated as the first one, and the first one's not even complicated. I don't want anybody to think that. But, and I don't think anybody's gonna think that. I think I'm probably being paranoid. But I love these games for their story mainly. But even I have to say, that this one's story is essentially filler for the rest of the series.
My attacks will tear you apart. You cannot resist.
I'll put them down.
My attacks will tear you apart.
Alright, so I was talking about how I thought everything was dumbed down in this one, and I truly believe that. And even though I do believe that, I don't think that necessarily means I don't like the game, because I love this game. I've got like 300 hours in this game. I've beaten this game... How many times have I beaten this game? Upwards of 30, 40, 50 times even. And I've done everything in it. And I've beaten it both ways, completely good and completely evil. I love the story either way, even though there's not much of a difference. But yeah, everything in this game compared to ME1, just so dumbed down. Like, there's... How many guns are there? There's like 3 SMGs. There are 3 pistols, if you include the phalanx, which isn't even, you know, an actual gun that's available in the game. There's like 3 sniper rifles, 4, I guess, with the expansion packs. And then there's a lot. The funny thing is I think there's more super weapons than there are regular weapons in any category. At least not altogether, but in any category, I think there's more super weapons than any other weapon type. And that's ridiculous. In the first game, yeah, there were like 2 models for everything. There were 2 models for the pistols, which is the Carnifex in this one, and the other one in this one.
How come we don't see more frozen people around?
And then there were... Oh, actually, there were 3 assault rifle patterns. There were... because there was a Geth assault rifle, which you can actually get in this game if you play on the hardest difficulty, which I'm sure you all know. But, yeah, so even though there were very few models that they actually modeled for the game, there were a billion different types of guns. There were like 20 guns on each side, and they had levels for each. You know, they had like the Avalanche 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 even. Up to 10 for fuck's sake. It's shit like that. In this one, there's only a couple different guns, and then you get some minor upgrades for each of them. But they all feel the same. I mean, even the Vindicator rifle, it's burst, and it's the most useless rifle in the whole game. It does no damage. It doesn't even matter how you use it. It's the worst gun in the whole game. Kill him! Okay.
There's the transmitter.
Alright, okay. So, yeah, okay, the combat, which I mentioned in the previous video. And then the weapons. The weapons are just, they're so generic. Everything's so generic in this game. There's no really cool weapons except for the super weapons, which, if you're sparing with them, you almost never use. There's only a few times where they're not even ever necessary, not even on the highest difficulty. The only one that is actually really, there's only like 2 that actually really help you. The particle beam, barely. I wouldn't even consider that one of the ones that helps you. The particle beam doesn't help you. The grenade launcher is okay at the beginning of the game, but the only 2 that actually help you is 1, the arc projector, which you don't even get if you don't buy the DLC, or 2, the cane. And there's only one section of the game where the cane is really ever helpful, and it's the part where you're trying to save Tally. Because you can kill that fucking thing from the entire, you can kill it from across the entire map. Other than that, it's nothing. And then, the one area that they did okay, I gotta give them credit for, is because they came up with some pretty cool designs, even though there's not enough, in my opinion, is the armor. Yeah, there's not very many sets, but there are a bunch of different little pieces you can find. But even then, I can't really defend it all too much, because there's not that many. Thankfully,
Normandy,
the third
you
game
copy.
really picks this up.
Joker here.
I can't wait to
Signal's
get the third
weak,
game.
Commander,
Third
but we
game's
got
my
you.
favorite, even though
Can you get the
I
quality defense
love
towers online?
the first one.
Errors in the
first one, I think,
calibration
has the
software
best
are easily
storyline
rectified, but it will
ever.
take
I
time
played
to
that
bring the
game.
towers to full power.
I don't have very many hours on a computer on it. I had like under 200 or just at 200
Collectors will try to stop
on the
it.
first one.
Good.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing
Because I
in.
had it on the Xbox
suggest you
360, I
ready
got it on the
weapons.
Xbox 360 like the second it came out because it was so amazing. And I played through that God knows how many times on the Xbox 360 before I got it on the PS2. Because I love it so much. So in reality, I probably have upwards of 600 hours in the first game. Because the first game is that good. But the third game, I gotta say the third game is probably my favorite because and I don't even think the story's the ending is bad before the game. I honestly was very hard as I grew because regardless of how it ended, it ended. I might not have been invested in it, but what are you gonna do? An ending's an ending. At least we got a game. And it was amazing that they made more of an ending for free, which they did not have to do. There was nothing that was saying they had to do anything like that. They could have just said, you know what, that's our ending, and deal with it. They easily could have said that. So, and then, there's people that are still upset by it. There's people that still, to this day, don't like the ending, regardless of what you say. And I think that's completely unfair. Try making a game. See how fucking easy it is to make an ending. I realize right now that this probably makes almost no sense just because it's super hard to play this game and pay attention to what I'm doing and talk about this debate that I have going. But
There will be more.
that's the gist of what I
There's
think. I think this game could have been a lot better if they kept. I wish that all three of them would be remastered and use the systems the first one used, just to tweak the systems. Because there were some stupid things about the first one. I'll be the first to admit that. Leave your shield in almost nothing.
We need that system online.
A new collector template. Not sure what it is.
The abilities you got weren't really interesting in of themselves. I'm gonna miss them. I'm gonna miss them.
Target position. Problematic.
But I don't think this one's due where it's needed. I mean, this one did a good job. because I think it's dumbed down because it's not good to game. I don't like it at all.
Batteries and collector vessel.
I think if you like a game, it's because you like the game, it's the best game in the world. Or if you don't like the game, it's the game that's the worst game in the world. There's no infinite spectrum.
Target's front of you.
There's no
Problematic.
spectrum there. In conclusion, I love the first game. Don't really care for the second game. I do like it. What the second game does is for the most part. I think the collectors are just completely made up. There's nothing in the backstory of the first one that leads you to believe that the collectors were in this game. I think they were just made up for this game.
No!
And that's
Don't
it.
let him get away!
Whereas in the first and third games, everything
There's nothing we can do.
that's there was in the 1st game.
Gone.
Half the colony's in there! They took
So,
Egan and Sam and
even though
Lilith! Do
in my
something!
opinion, is filler.
I didn't want it to end this way.
I love the
did what I
characters.
It was a good
BioWare
fight,
has
Shepard.
time and again proven that they know
Shepard.
how to make characters that you just
Wait.
like. There's not a single character in this game
Sure,
that
I
I
remember
think is
you.
dumb.
You're some type of
Except
big
for
alliance
Ashley.
hero.
Actually, I just hate Ashley.
Commander Shepard,
Speak of the
Captain of the
devil, she's right
Normandy,
there.
the
I just
first
hate her.
human
She's
Spectre,
too right-wing.
savior of the
I
Citadel.
know she's just a character, but she pisses me off.
You're in the presence of a god, Delan. Back from the
But
dead.
I
Oh,
love the
the
game
good
despite
people
its
we
flaws.
lost and you get left behind.
Just because I like the
Please.
game doesn't mean it's perfect.
Screw this.
A lot of games I like
I'm
are
done
not
with you
perfect.
alliance types.
And I think there's times when people confuse I like this game with this game is the best game in the world.
I thought you were dead,
Like,
Commander.
A game
We
I
all
can think
did.
of right now. I remember when it came out, it got like 6s
too
and
long,
7s
Ash.
on most sites
How have
a
you
long
been?
time ago.
That's it.
And if anybody remembers this
You
game,
show
props
up
to you.
after 2 years
But,
and act
I
like
remember
nothing's
I
happened.
rented
I
this
would
game
have
once.
followed you anywhere,
Called,
Commander. I thought you were
Predator
gone.
The Concrete Jungle. It was
You
on
were
the PS2.
more than our commander.
And it was
Why
a
didn't you try to
free-roaming
contact
Predator
me?
Predator
Why
game where
didn't
just
you
got
let
to
me
fuck
know you
around
were alive?
and
I was
just
out for 2
free-roam
years.
as Predator and kill
You've moved
random
on with your
people
career
with
and your life.
I
reopen old wounds.
absolutely loved
I
that
moved
game,
on.
but it was not the best game
But
in the
here
world.
you are,
To this
pulling me
day, I
back
can't really
in.
remember why I liked it. I
And
just remember I
now
liked
we've got
it.
reports
And I don't
about
think it was
you
the
and
best game in the world.
Cerberus.
It was getting
Reports.
low scores.
already knew.
And so
Alliance
therefore, it
intel said
cannot be
Cerberus
the
could
best
be
game in
behind
the
our
world,
missing
because
colonies.
If a game is the
I
best
got a
game
tip
in
that
the
this
world,
one could be the next to
then
get
I don't
hit.
think there's a
I went to
question to
Anderson,
ask.
but he wouldn't talk.
So,
But there were rumors that
she
you
used my
weren't
cross-eyed,
dead.
by the way.
Worse, that you were working for the enemy.
I don't know.
Our colonies
This
are
rant might just
disappearing.
seem
The
completely
Alliance turned its back on
retarded.
it.
and
Cerberus
I
is
don't
the only
blame
group
you
willing to
for
do
thinking
something
that, because
about it.
I'm kind of going back and forth.
Bullshit. I know what Cerberus
I
is
love
like.
Mass
They talk
Effect,
about putting
the
humans
entire series,
first.
and I
But
cannot
at
wait
what
for
cost?
Andromeda to come out.
I wanted to believe that you were alive. I just never expected anything like this.
But there are some very
You turned
laughable
your
things
back on
that,
everything we stood
BioWare
for.
did.
Ash, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I'd like to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. And it worries me that you do. What did they do to you? What if they're behind it? What if they're the ones working with the collectors?
Too hung up
Have
on
a
Cerberus,
planet full of
ignoring the
them.
real threat.
You're letting how you feel about their history get in the way of facts.
Or maybe you feel like you owe Cerberus because they saved you. Maybe it's you. Doesn't matter. I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. It's in my blood.
I should have just left her on that planet.
I'm reporting back to the Citadel. I'll let them decide if they believe your story.
I could use someone like you in my crew, Ash. It'll be just like old times.
No, it won't. I'm no fan of aliens, but Cerberus has a history of being extremist. I'll never work for a group like that.
You are an
So long,
extremist,
Commander.
Ash. I mean,
Good luck.
there was nothing in the first game to lead me to believe that you'd ever turn out to be like this.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Colony. I've had enough of this colony.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the Collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony.
They still
and more
abducted
than
the
we've accomplished since the abductions began. The Collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
Ash said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus. Was that you?
I may have let it slip that you were alive, and with Cerberus.
You risked the lives of my friend, my crew, and that entire colony just to lure the Collectors there?
No clip much.
A calculated risk. I suspected the Collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. I told you I wouldn't sit and wait while the Reapers and Collectors gather strength. Besides, they would have hit another colony eventually, and without a way to predict which one, they would have abducted everyone.
We have to make sure they don't abduct anyone else.
I want the Collectors stopped for that very reason. That's why we're doing this, Shepard. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
None of your damn business.
If it affects the mission, better you should leave it behind. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of survival, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
They're powerful, but we've got a few tricks for them. If anyone can stop them, we can.
No argument there, Commander. Horizon just made it hit home. What we're doing, what we're up against. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business.
What'd you do?
I imagine everyone else is, too. Getting some closure, you know?
I don't know if the video is in it.